Welcome to the Center of Light on this Thursday night, you sexy, beautiful human creatures. Hello, Dana. Hello, Anna. Andrea. What's up, Andrea Groves? Aaron Creech. Melissa McElroy. Rena. What's up, beautiful Rena? Margie. I'm not sure. I think it's Margie. Hence the G. What's up, G? Krista Huggins. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Everyone on YouTube land, let's see if anyone's there yet. It says people are watching. They're not talking. Talk to me, YouTube. How you doing? Beautiful blessings to you. Let's look at Watch Party. And it says that Melissa... Mike, what's up, Mike, bro? Everyone, listen up.
Access granted.
One more time.
Access granted.
Everyone has access to Center of Light. Everyone has access to themselves, their center, most sacred self. Hello, Dana. Hello, Mike DuPont. How's my sister Mary? Give her a raspberry. Sana, Leanne. Center of Light, tonight we are speaking about all about that bass. No trouble. That's a song, right? So tonight we're talking about all about that bass, no trouble. Instead of B-A-S-S, bass is in bass. We're talking about bass, B-A-S-E. Instead of no trouble, all about that bass, no trouble. So the bass would be the foundation. My sister Krista is in here. The hips, the foundation of the va, the backbone when erect, helps us to walk upright. No more monkey-minded, but yet evolution, monkey to man. I'm not supporting or anti-dissing or dissing Darwin's theory. That's not what I'm doing. I'm making points, principles, ideas, ways of seeing things. So tonight is, thank you, Dora, for sharing. All about that bass, B-A-S-E, about that bass, no trouble. And so we do that by becoming grounded. Speaking of bass, B-A-S-E, can everyone hear the volume between myself and the microphone, the music, okay? One or two people give me an exclamation point. So, since tonight is all about that bass, B-A-S-E, instead of B-A-S-S like bass guitar, we're going to be speaking about grounding. Tonight is Center of Light, always Center of Light, but the word changes on the tag, which is grounding. That is the base of all spirituality, be it you Christian, Buddha, Judaism, it doesn't matter. In fact, it's beyond that. It's because when you were born on this planet, you were not a religion until you were born on this planet. Were you not? Or were you? But once you grounded yourself from the etheric, the angelic, the higher spiritual realms, you became grounded upon the earth. That is how base or basic this presentation tonight is and will be about. Without a doubt, in and out, roundabout, I'll be your roundabout. So that's where we're going. We're going to basics. Thank you, Dana, for sharing. Hello, Alex Brand. Dora, as I said, love me some dough. We're talking about being grounded. Though a lot of my teachings seem lofty, it's because they are. But in the loftiness is a grounding. But tonight I want to specifically speak about grounding. My sister Krista Huggins sends me a private message. I get the feeling I could read this. The minute you said hi, Krista, my internet started glitching. I'll try to keep getting on. Krista, if you can hear me, let me send this a minute. Simply try to reboot even your phone. Okay, So tonight we're going to speak about how to ground. Everyone says they can hear me. Wonderful. I am going to find Carmen Shasha. Hello, Shannon Atkinson, my dear friend, my old lifetime brother, guitar playing, gunslinging fool. Love it. Carmen, in about an hour, 50 minutes. Please don't forget to send me a message in this forum, not inbox. In this forum, Keith, I want my meditation. I'll grant it. I need your help. Shannon, it's good to see you. I hope you and everyone that you love is rocking. So tonight we're talking about grounding. When you came from there, of course, up is a metaphor for God. So it doesn't really mean up. God is omnipresent. It means everywhere. Because out of everywhere of nothing, you came into a something you call you. John Doe, Jill Doe, Jack Doe, Jane Doe. Welcome to planet Earth. So now we're going to go back to our innocence and ground. Because you are energy, 98.6 degrees of it, in fact, you have to be grounded to work properly. Like electricity or AC current or any current, the divine current. If you are not grounded, your matrix will not function properly. It doesn't take a scientist or a metaphysician or a whatever to truly simply get that. Well, if everything's energy and everything's current, we have to be grounded. It has to be grounded to function in balance and property in a way that is conducive to the one who is choosing an experience in the highest, most balanced way. Balance meaning yin-yang. Hello, Dana. Yin-yang. Left, right, in, out, up, down, hot, cold, good, bad, right, wrong, as above, so below, on forever it will go. Hello, Becky. So right now, before we get into the thick of it, I want to again remind you, pre-orders on Amazon for my new release, soon to be worldwide distribution and publishing. I deserve it like you deserve what you want for yourself. It's happening for me. Take this as a nugget of light, a chicken nugget. Hello, Carmen. A spiritual nugget. You can go to Amazon and look up Keith Anthony Blanchard, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. It costs you $16 and whatever change, whatever. Pretty easy. Get ahead of the game. Carmen Shasha just shared my post, and I love her, period, but I love her even more for it. So tonight we're speaking about grounding. I want to Aaron says, a chicken nugget of light. I want to post something. I saw this a little earlier, and it moved my heart. It touched my soul. It's beautiful. It's absolutely, completely, utterly beautiful. Let me set this up in all the different forums. Actually, let me undo that. Give me a moment. Please be patient. What I want to share with you, I told you I was going to move forward and not be focused on the nonsense that's happening in the world. Whatever that means to you. Keith, it doesn't matter. Just whatever it means to you. Hello, Carolyn. I want to introduce you to a link. Hello, Lewis Snell. I don't know if you're aware of who David Icke is. Right, wrong, in, out, up, down, doesn't matter. I am asking you, if you want to possibly understand something outside of the box we know as our own comfortably numb lives, just listen. Just simply listen. What you will see, not only here, you will hear lots of information, but what you will see is a fire in this man. To me, that means everything. He is a fire. He's not just parroting or mimicking or throwing out knuckleheaded ideas. The man is on fire. And he wants to share something with you. And in his sharing is his 30-year plus of findings. Because he went inside the rabbit hole of himself because he is a fire. I'm posting this now. You will understand what it means when you get there. Just look. Check it out. That's all I'm asking. Hello, Devitt Murray Raper. So today, browsing social media, I came upon this memory of mine a year ago or so. And it's going to say, actually, let me just post a picture and then I'll read it. It'll have more bang. Check this out. What do you get inside of yourself as a feeling when you Shaktipat, Diksha, take in this image? Take it in. Just take a breath. Right, wrong, in, out, up, down, good, bad. Doesn't matter. Just take a breath and honestly observe what you are experiencing when you look at this individual by the name of Paramahansa Yogananda. Just look at it. Don't jump to conclusions. Just simply look at it. Okay? Hello, Adam Hart, Memphis Maestro. I titled this, Those Illumined Eyes. When you have learned to be happy in the present, you have found the right path to God. Underneath is a link that will take you to a page, a YouTube page, with many different choices about how you can watch this movie. Yogananda, he is the one responsible for bringing yoga to the world. Yoga means unity with God. If you're an atheist, it means unity with that which is infinite intelligence, that which is something beyond our understanding. That's what yoga means, is being connected to that. This is the movie about his life. 27 days after he died, his body exuded the scent of roses. It's documented. It's fact. It's not fake news. In fact, speaking of fact, he told his followers, disciples near him in the 60s, tomorrow I'm leaving the earth. I'm telling you bye-bye. The next morning, he was gone. Watch this movie. It'll humble you. Beautiful message. Dana says, one of my favorite movie, Awake. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight we're speaking about grounding. Hello, Darlene. It's been a while. Darlene, 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 Darlene. Tonight we're speaking about grounding. All about that bass, No trouble. Hello, Leanne. Paramahansa's eyes are illumined. He is in the fire, the God fire. So let me see who's here so I can get into my next phase of the dance. It feels like that for me. Aaron Creech. Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Blessings to you and yours. Sana, Crystal Huggins. Rena, Darlene. Many people in different ways. I can't see everybody in this, guys. Hello, Darlene. Abigail. So, what is grounding? I did. Oh, I forgot to send you one more link. I want to send you this link. This is important. And then I'm gonna get into my shtick, my schnitzel, my schnick. So for those who like a little bit of mustard on your taters, I'm inviting you to put aside 45 minutes of your time. Hello, Kelly. She says, I'm having dinner with my family. Blessings. And follow this link. Follow the rabbit hole. Just take it in. Don't shut it off as soon as something happens that represents cognitive dissonance that you don't agree with. Just watch it. And you will see the fire in this man come alive. Is this possible? I'm telling you, I am leaning into it very hard. It's what I also know to be true. But he would be the teacher in this regard. Just take it in. It helps you to become aware. Center of light grounding. What is grounding? When you were born, you came from the ungroundedness to the infinite, to the grounding to the infinite. And now you find yourself on this ground called Earth. Not only Earth as a planet, when you pick up a handful of mud, it's called Earth. Lowercase e. Right? So now you find yourself on the Earth playing with Earth. Higher case, lowercase. So what is grounding? I don't think this is something that is happening on my software, Leanne. Thank you and all those for sharing. And I'm not sure if she's talking about metaphorically, spiritually, or that my feed is pausing. Mine is fine in my software, and when I play this back, it's perfect. So again, my apologies. It could be a Facebook thing. It could be because I'm pushing high def in a very serious way. What is grounding? Grounding is what happened to you when you were born onto this planet for the umpteenth time. That's called grounding. You've been shoved into a meat suit, skeleton and bones, only to find yourself, listen to this, the first real experience you had when you were shoved into your meat suit was a slap on your ass. And what did that cause for you? Immediately, your first experience into this world was pain, physical pain. Ow, I don't think I like this experience so much. Already out of the floodgate. Are you hearing me? This is the first initial implant into your experience on Earth was a slap on your ass so you can catch your first breath? Are you serious? This is not judging or blaming anybody. This is the reality of how we entered into this arena. You with me? Hello, Kelly Savannah Austin. This sounds like I'm overshooting. I'm overanalyzing. Or am I? Go get slapped on your hiney now. Unless it's for special fun. Hello, Tiffany. How does it feel to be hit? It's a striking blow. It creates a gap. It's not a breath. It's not an intentful conscious breath. In fact, it's a gasping of breath. Someone hits you, you take a breath. Like, not only because you need to take a breath because you had your clock rung, you take your breath by the audacity that someone would ever smack you or hit you. It's like, oh my God, kind of breath. Take a breath. This is the first initial implant that most beings on this planet have received. So what is grounding? Grounding is everything but that. The world is noisy right now. We all know that. So what is grounding? And it has nothing to do with flighty, fanciful, not sure who's telling the truth, nonsensical, mixed with a whole bunch of truth for profit and gain ideas. That's not grounding at all. Grounding is not only being centered. Centered is about being grounded. Huge difference. Hello, Roy. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Kelly. Huge difference. Huge difference. It's so huge, I'm going to say it again. It's huge in difference. Tonight is Center of Light grounding. All about that bass. About that bass. No treble. I changed it. Instead of B-A-S-S, basses and bass guitar, but basses and B-A-S-E, the foundation. All about that bass. About that bass. No trouble. Hello, Kelly. Holland. And the way we stay out of trouble is becoming grounded. It doesn't mean just being, I think I'm centered. Yeah, I'm good. That's awesome that you've achieved that level of highness by grounding. Even better is by grounding the pillar of light from the uppers, the stratospheres, the heavens, if you will, down through your erect spine, the Va, Ya, heart, God, will, power, Na, the mind when used in balance, reason, understanding, discernment, and Va, the backbone, being erect. So not only the caduceus or the medical staff with the two snakes or the DNA moving up the rod, but yet the Christ principle itself begins to shake hands with you and say, well, I've always been shaking hands with you. Finally, you're starting to reach upward. That is the path. Hence the Star of David, a triangle coming this way and one this way. As above, so below, on forever it will go. Heaven and earth. Heaven has always been reaching. We are still there. We just stepped down for a little while to hang out and have a vacation and call ourselves human in a meat suit. And now we find ourselves in a situation. Are you really in that situation or are you not? Are you in the situation that is being told to you? I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory, right, wrong, or truth, or not. I'm just saying here's the situation. What is your experience? What is your reality? What is your truth? And what do you lean into as your possibility? Don't get me wrong. I wash my hands, use alcohol, use common sense, because to whatever degree I'm using my smartness, my na, ya, na, va. I'm using my na. If I lose, if I apply and nothing happens, I win. If I apply and something happens, I win. It's called taking responsibility of your life. Hello, Paige Fitzpatrick. It's been a while, dear. Hello, Tina. So tonight we're speaking about center of light, grounding. All about that base, no trouble. And when you're grounded in your base, in your hips, in your va, and your backbone, we hear the call.
Go where no man has gone before.
Only few have been to the mountaintop. Kelly says, oh my God, I just learned something new. Everyone, welcome to Center of Light. When I return from this commercial break, I'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. I'm going to get to the thick of this presentation. Welcome to Center of Light grounding. Electricity, you are 98.6 degrees unless you got the fever of energy. Are you grounded to have this work in your greatest favor? Seriously. We all lose step. We all misstep. But we must take a step back to be able to recenter ourselves, and we are most greatly centered by being the most profoundly grounded. Nothing can move me. I am a lightning rod planted into the earth, like Peter, the rock. Be it real, be it metaphorical, it's irrelevant. Because the fact that you know what I'm professing, sharing with you, the fact that it makes sense to you, is the principle, the Christ principle in and of itself. Are you grounded? It's because it's truly all about that base, No trouble. Let's see what seems appropriate. I trust this Lavender Soul song, theme song of Center of Light, which is called See the Light, that this is the correct version. If not, we'll see what happens. It's appropriate. The song is theme appropriate, subject appropriate. See the light. There's something very stinky afoot. Follow into the rabbit hole, that David Icke image I posted. Allow yourself just to be present without judgment. There is a war. And I'm not about war. In fact, to me, it's still an illusion. But there is a war fought that will be won through humanity by simply recognizing that you don't have to have a lightsaber, hello Star Wars, to win the fight. You are the light, the power and the might. And so being your full potential self, darkness simply vanishes. That's the truth. There is no other truth. There is no other truth. There are ways of doing things in a human way because we're still human. So we effort, we champion, we meander, we brave the wilderness or the mountain. That's where you will find the fountain of youth. And we get out of being aloof. This platform is all about the truth. You are loved beyond measure. Center of light. See the light.
wonder, do you realize? See inside, see the light and more.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight we're talking about grounding. What is it? Lincoln, my brother, Krista says, that last song I played by Lavender Soul was grounding. It helps you to see something from a perspective. And immediately in the seeing, your spirit, your level of vision capacity begins to take on another layer of density when you get to see. I want to share something. It's going to take for a moment for me to find it. Maybe not. Give me a moment. This is from a recent presentation, December 31st, New Year's Eve, just before the stroke of midnight. This is not about me showing off my prophetic muscles. It's about that I am able to see a language that exists beyond knowing any particular language. If you don't know French or Italian, you struggle. So, same with a dancer, an artist of any sort, a musician, a composer, a poet, that I saw this coming. My heart is always invested in what I do. I research, not only out here in the form of information. I try to find myself in a space of being in a formation within myself so I can deliver what I choose to bring forth, just being myself, because I get the reward immediately. So give me a moment, I'll find that. I want to reveal this to you, share this with you, because it's going to lean into a greater possibility of where we are and what we deserve and what has been coming down the pike for thousands of years through Scripture. So obviously it's not meant to be. So I'm about to grow. I'm spiritually going to check this out. Boom. So it's not meant to be. I did not stop the video. Basically what it says was on December 31st, 2019. Tomorrow your life is going to change. The world's live is going to change. It's just simply going to change. The consciousness will shift because everyone around the world knows that, oh my God, this is a new year. Everybody's setting resolutions. So you have all this conscious power plugging into this conscious idea of it's a new year. It's going to change. But we are now in the Stargate, the cosmic gate, the Sacred Heart divine gate, where there's no more time to be late for this party. Who's bringing the angel cake? Who's bringing the devil food cake? Who's bringing the deviled eggs? So we're on a smorgasbord. We have a buffet of choices. We've always have. Unconsciously, we made many of them. And it brings us to this place. We find ourselves submersed in nonsense. Guess whose nonsense it is? It's yours. It's mine. It's ours. It's thine. Kim Gary, hi. Has anyone seen chemtrails? They're everywhere all the time. So let's move into Doug DeJong. What's up, Broham Sandwich? Talk about a gunslinging guitar player. Doug DeJong from Australia. So let's go into some dialogue from my bestseller, The Divine Principle. Tonight is Center of Light Grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Not B-A-S-S, bass as in bass guitar or bass drum. But bass, B-A-S-E, grounding. Instead of trouble, we're talking about no trouble. My dialogue with spirit. Sometimes, Keith, you do something that throws your root chakra, the base of your being, and it's red. Sometimes, Keith, you do something that throws your root chakra out of balance. Sometimes suppressed issues, for those who this is on point for, sometimes suppressed issues come up, and that is what throws your base, hip, backbone out of balance. Sciatic nerves, this and that, back pain, for those who, this applies to my father. I'm not calling my dad out. I trust my dad. My dad trusts me. He's always taking care of his family financially. And that was a strain on his lower back because he wore, listen to this, he wore a wallet. His job required him to, full of money. Money represents the ability to support. In his left hip back pocket for so many years, he developed this amazing back problem. He went to the chiropractor, a very old man, pulled out his wallet and said, here's your problem. He said, all you should have in your wallet is a $20 bill. All that being said, sometimes suppressed issues come up, and that is what throws it out. This does not mean that you're consistently doing something incorrectly, but balancing your root chakra, your base, period. You don't have to know what the root chakra is. It's about getting back down to basics. The essence and the foundation of who and what you are and what you are inviting in and being in your experience, basically. But balancing your root chakra will provide a buffer for some of those headaches. You see, in this period of high energy movement, Spirit is beginning to reverberate in the temple of your heart. Listen to me very carefully. And a love deeper than any of you have ever known is beginning to emerge. If you did not feel that, boy, You could have felt that. You should have felt that. Given the opportunity, would you have felt that? Maybe this is such an opportunity. A simple question. You see, in this period of high energy movement, spirit is beginning to reverberate in the temple of your heart, and a love deeper than any of you have ever known is beginning to emerge. But in order for it to do so, everything else, grief, anger, fear, insecurity, etc., must be pushed outward into the physical world so you can view it honestly and clear it away. This explains why things sometimes get shaky. What's happening in the world? This was vesseled in 1996. This explains why things sometimes get shaky even when they seem to be going so well. 2019, December 31st, and I told you, tomorrow morning, the world is going to be different. Even when you think things have been going so well. And I asked Spirit the question, so, despite my doubts, everything's okay? And Spirit says, yes, everything is just fine. It may help if you compare this grounding, planting yourself, like Peter the rock, as an analogy. It will help if you compare this grounding process to the stroking. Hello, Diana. Hello, Patty. To the stroking of a pure crystal wine glass. When the glass's rim is rubbed, its resonating properties are activated. Likewise, you are beginning to resonate because you are being touched by frequencies, oh my dear Lord, of the Holy Spirit. This is what all prophecy has been talking about. You are living the greatest day that has ever been created in the days of days, since the ancient of days. Today is the greatest day ever. Awakened to. Awakened to? Not only out of your night slumber, but your human spiritual slumber. Today is that day. Likewise, you're beginning to resonate because you are being touched by frequencies of the Holy Spirit. I say, or ask, I understand what you've just said, but how am I supposed to stay motivated to ground myself if doing so only invites trouble? All about that bass, no trouble. And God says, grounding is not the cause of your troubles, but it will be the end of them, because grounding yourself will help you deal with the movement of such energies and eventually clear them. Up until recently, Keith, relatively, this was 1996, still today actually, you did not realize that you had a root chakra, and you did not know that if your root chakra is unbalanced, the other centers, being centered, the other centers in the body cannot possibly function properly. You did not know that neglect of this center invites problems such as fatigue, coronavirus, moving forward, depression, Lyme disease, no ability to motivation to do anything, deteriorating health, and eventually an untimely premature death. Now you do know, now that you do know these indispensable facts, you realize how important it is to show your intent for grounding as often as you can. Not to worry, beloveds. More bearers of light will appear to help you with this chakra, to help you get out to help you get out and stay. Let me read that again. More bearers of my light, Spirit speaks, will appear to help you with the chakra, to help you get out and stay out of that wobbly state yourself. That wobbly state. That wobbly state. Look, such news falls upon our ears, makes us wobble. Cala Ronaldo says that is a C note. I'm not sure. I don't disagree with you, but I love the idea. Thank you. In fact, any casino that you go into, that note that resonates with all the slot machines is in the key of C. It's because there is a psychology behind it, by the influence of pumped oxygen, no windows, no timepieces, and the carpet. And they resound the C note, if that's what it is, which I have no doubt. And you have no choice but to follow along. Follow the cadence, subliminal. Center of light grounding. Are you grounded? Well, actually, I could take this time to find it. Not that any of us are wrong. So I know that the heart is heck, I don't know. I have to get in my documents, and I want to say the heart is F. A, B, C. I'll do my research when I get back. Welcome to Center of Light Grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Being grounded presents the opportunity to be out of ongoing, constant, unconscious trouble. Peace, love, and light. Breathe in. Breathe. Ground. I intend to ground every morning as many times as I can consciously remember. When I put my feet on the floor, my eyes are closed because I'm not yet awakened to the world. You don't have to do it this way. I'm just sharing with you my way, and it brings me joy. Thank you. How can I be of service? I take a breath. I ground myself as I step onto the floor with the intention of being planted. I want to make this my gesture, my offering. And I definitely take a breath. Breathe. Lavender Soul. Be right back.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
in my heart. So I'll breathe, breathe and expand myself and know there is no one else but me and
Welcome to Center of Light Grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Sounds funny, because it is. You deserve humor. It grounds you. Humor grounds you. God has a very supernatural sense of humor. And it would make sense to all of us if we fall into the joke being played on all of us. Spirit wants to come through, not that it hasn't, not that it doesn't come through you. This is me, a way of describing to you how it works for me as I am fortunate enough to connect to Spirit. What I want to do is honor someone. Why? Because I want to. So I'm going to pause this music, and a beautiful sister, cosmic sister of all of us but mine, because I claim her. We're both in Tribe Yanava together. Asked me for the last few presentations, would I play a particular song as I go into Yanava mode, Ya, heart, God, will, power, Na, mind, discernment, reasoning, balance, of understanding, of how to make higher choices, always, infinitely, to an infinite possibility of beauty, using our backbone, being grounded on the earth since our birth into this information like I'm offering to you, that we can remember our innocence when we first came here, why we came here, why we chose to come here, what we chose to do, and will we carry out that mission. It is my mission and my volition to say, I am here to do everything I can. And one thing I want to do is honor Carmen. she asked me to play this beautiful piece of music. It's not a piece of music. It's greater than that. It is music. But it's a song. It's a story. A beautiful story. From pain, suffering, and glory. All of that. The first part of the experience, I may step away and then come back and vessel. It will be in a foreign language because you don't have to know what it's saying. You will feel what it's saying, and all of it's praying to the absolute God for succor. Just say, drape me with everything that you are. Fill me so much inside that I can't contain it, that I ooze this to everyone. What a beautiful prayer. The second part of it, it goes into English. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. I love you beyond measure. You can go to Amazon right now. Please do. I do this because I want to. You can support this beautiful work. Go to Amazon.com and look up Keith Anthony Blanchard, Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Like $16.95. It'd be a great thing. Sales pitch, however you want to take it. It really doesn't matter to me. But I do. What matters to me is you. I love you. So I want to begin this final segment for my dear sister, Carmen. It's a beautiful piece of music. Listen with this. This. It requires you to fall out of all of it. All of it. Nothing else exists but you and this precious moment that you deserve. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. That's the key to the garden. That takes you beyond what you know and into the realm of all possibility. If you don't feel that, please contact me. I will push you into the river. So it really doesn't matter the tongue. It really matters to go back to be young, to remember what could sound like being garbled to a beautiful idea. Close your eyes, open your mind, open your heart. It's a yearning and a burning. She's longing for her maker, her divine parent, her divine lover. Wow. I'll be right back. So closing your eyes, which I hope you're already doing instinctively, intuitively, keep them closed. It helps to eliminate distraction. Find yourself in that sacred place, that this beautiful prayer to God of all that is beautiful that means anything is taking you. That is called grounding, because you are already on the earth. You're already on the earth. Bring the higher down versus trying to ascend. You've already ascended because that's where you exist in the first place, or you cannot exist here. So what you're really trying to do is not ascend, but to grab that aspect of you and bring it here. That's called grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Hello, Cindy. Abulita. We're going to sit here, at least I will, and continue to be in this space. Just stay with it. If you're in a hurry, it's okay because you got to go, or not. It's okay. It gets greater. It begins to grow into an amazing possibility. She's about to go to English, so you can at least alleviate your craving to know what is being said. I'll repeat some of it, just because. The primal one is perfectly pure. He is within all of us. All souls meditate on you. All saints meditate on God. Some are givers and some are takers. This is all your play. It is all you. The God of all, everything, even the nonsense. Meditate on God and your soul will be at peace in this world. In this world, today, this world. Free from fear. Carmen, thank you. I am so enjoying not doing and taking this in.
Those lovers are sublime, oh so divine, who please my beloved Lord God. You are the primal one, the most awesome creator of everything. There are none as great as you. Throughout time and beyond time, you are the one, the constant and true creator. You do everything, and everything happens according to your will. You create the whole universe, you destroy it, and you create it again.
You create the whole universe, you destroy it, and you do create it all over again.
Forever and ever and ever. He is the knower within all souls.
The knower within all. Welcome to Center of Light. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. Been doing this for many, many years, publicly, presenting radio show. 10, 12 years. I love it. And I love that you're here with me, and I love being with you. There's something stinky in the world. I'm not asking you not follow protocol. I'm asking you to follow the inner call.
Go where no man has gone before.
Access granted.
Being silly, being powerful. Something is afoot that is not right. It doesn't mean don't wash your hands. It doesn't mean any of that. Because you're better safe than sorry, regardless. So just follow suit. Play along. Play along. I don't want to play the game of life. I want to be Milton Bradley myself. So this is afoot that everyone has the opportunity to ground themselves in such a way that they can become their own Milton Bradley. Something is not right. Obviously it isn't. We're living in Revelation, the apocalypse, the rapture, when the good versus the bad, the light versus the dark. I get that in a correct perspective, lens, understanding. I get what's being said. So what I do, personally for me, is step back and see what is actually good, what is actually bad, and somewhat do they kind of intermingle. And so who in the fuck am I in all of that? And what I've discovered, who I am in all of that is quiet. Just simply quiet. Whether this or that is right, wrong, in, out, up, down, true, fake news, real news, I'm just quiet. Being so is such an amazing divine riot. You never want to leave this chaotic order versus order in chaos. You never want to leave the chaotic order, because everyone is returned back to their natural, wild, spiritual state. Spirituality is about returning back to its natural, wild, unbridled state. It's not about being confined and going, here's your parameter. Stay in your house. Don't infect anyone. I get it. I truly get it. Is it possible that if we leave the shell, the jail, that we can affect everyone? That is truly, for me, a very simple question. I don't know all the answers. Hence the reason I search. Callan Renando says, as Charlie Sheen would say, I'm waiting. Wendy, Abigail, thank you all. I'm going to hang out with my beautiful son and eat some ridiculously good food. When in quarantine, what else do you have? Hang out with your sibling, your family members, your child. Eat some pizza, be it meat or veggie. Whatever's your thing. No right, wrong, in, out, up, down. I think that what is happening, whether it's real to whatever level or not, is a beautiful possibility. Because it brings us back to center. So we have to ground ourselves in being reborn on this earth when we came into this family unit, to go back to being with the family unit. Unit meaning one. The family, the divine family. Did you know that since all this, quote, horse shit started, that the world has become a more non-polluted place? Places like Hong Kong and other places in the world, they've taken satellite pictures, and the fog and the smog is completely clearing up. Maybe it's time to get back down to basics, or back down to the base. All about that base, no trouble. I love you. Peace, love, and light. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchett. I will see you probably Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. Either way, trust me when I tell you, whether you understand it or not, you are loved beyond measure.